New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. Now, I just want to give a shout out to a lot of the black women who honestly showed up to give their opinion, and they 100% disagreed with what took place in that video. Again, you can find that video directly on IG. I will have the link for the video in the comment description. I had to edit the picture so that I could actually have the comment section show up underneath this video. So I would love to actually see you guys' comments. If you were able to see the original video that I did, right, and along with the footage on IG, which I did not post on YouTube, I would love to actually hear all of you guys' comments directly about that video in the description. So as always, like I told you guys before, even in the YouTube version of the video, I said that there was going to be somebody or some people that were going to show up and get into their feelings and decide to just start mad typing all throughout and just leaving comments. And lo and behold, here we are. So let's just go over these handy dandy comments, right? And note these comments are all from the same person. Why black woman has nothing to do with race sounds like an idiot. That barely even sounded like English. I'm going to have to get on the Trump here, and I need you to start speaking American. I need you to start speaking American. Like I said, the only reason that I'm able to even make any type of sense of what that is due to the American public school system that we have here in the United States. That's the only reason I can read this backwards talk here. And further proof, like I said to a lot of you guys before, whenever I talk about issues like this, I make it as generalized as possible because I myself, when talking about black men, I list myself in there. So if I'm doing that, in a sense, basically noting and taking responsibility for the situation, because I'm able to see the situation and I know that there are certain measures that need to be taken in order to correct these things, I'm saying that in a sense, yeah, I'm a black man and I am technically a part of the problem, even though I had nothing to do with this specific issue. But me as a black man, I am in a sense owning that situation and that problem, and I'm acknowledging that is there, and I'm acknowledging that yes, it needs to be fixed, and I'm going to do what I can from my end as a black man to try to alleviate any of those problems and to try to fix that situation. So by me taking that responsibility, I feel that black women should also do the exact same thing too, because as people stated, it takes two in order to what? Raise a child. And it takes a village to what? Raise a child. So like I said before, in order for us to be that village and different things of that nature, we have to work on both sides. Women work on women, men work on men, and then we both try to come together and work and decipher, any problems that, we may have internally with each other. And through that, we will fix a lot of things. I'm just going to note, this is what it looks like when a person is just talking to themselves in a comment section and they just keep writing as if they're having a conversation with other people when nobody's actually caring and they're overlooking that, the whole comment and everything. This is what this, starts to look like. Again, I agree, she was wrong, but all, which is spelled with 3 L's, black woman, don't apply. Stop being so small-minded. just looking for a reason to bash black women and other queens that want to protect their sisters. Don't mean we agree with this image. I don't. I'm just protecting my fellow sisters that have nothing to do with this image because all black women don't apply. Sick of black men looking for reasons to bash their women, black women, moms, sisters, cousins, aunts. Just because we protect black image don't mean we condone this. I don't think she was right. I think that's supposed to be for doing this, but that's her. Don't include the entire community. Now, like I said, here we go with the name calling. Yet again, you're going to see that quite a few times. This is what happens when you have emotional people trying to find their way through their emotions and try to make a logical response when it still comes out as being emotional. Now, obviously, this individual, they said that they agree. That's fine, whatever. But yet you're not acknowledging the fact, or in a sense taking ownership, because like I stated before, in order for her to learn or have this type of behavior, she would have gained this through way of another black woman. The same thing as a young black man having a type of gang mentality, right, or a violent tendencies. He would have had to have gained those actions either from other like-minded younger black men or from a black man that he looked up to, which means that that man would have to see the issue and correct that young man, correct? Which means in this case, dealing with a black woman doing this in front of young boys, whoever is the elder of the black women that are in that community or part of that family, they would have to correct her in what it is that she is doing, because her negative actions are going to trickle down and they're going to start to mold the minds of those young men, right? Those young boys who are soon enough going to become young black men. And they're going to, through that scope, through what they were able to perceive and get from that mother, that's how they're going to imagine and treat and look at every single black woman that they come into contact with. This is why I say the things that I say. But a lot of people are too emotional in order to get the full-fledged message. They would rather try to play games, and they would rather try to beat around the bush versus actually attacking the problem, because they feel that whenever these critiques take place, that you are automatically critiquing them. And if you feel at any point in time that I'm critiquing you, you might want to take a deep dive and a look at self before you decide that you want to formulate any type of comment that might ramble on into how you emotionally feel, because that's what all of this person's comments are rounding out to be, which are just emotional feelings, nothing 100% logical and stable, no type of acceptance, no type of responsibility, right? Let's go to the next one. Like I said, who are you specifically responding to? I don't like it any more than y'all don't. But again, knuckleheads, again with the name calling, because she's emotional. That's her. Has nothing to... Wait, hold on. That's her. Has nothing to do... What's up with this broken English? I swear on a lot of these phones, we have like autocorrect. Never mind. That has nothing to do with all black women. And maybe... I think it's supposed to be, if the father was anywhere to be found, this would not have happened. Now, how dumb would it sound if we said, who is this we? All black men are bad fathers, which people do. All black men are deadbeats, which people do. And drug sellers, which people do. Dumb, right? No, because people do say that, stupid. That's how we play those games. People want to sit up and call names. We can easily sit up there and go to those levels too, but just a little bit more simple. All does not apply. I'm protecting my sisters who don't partake in this but her in this video, she's wrong and deserves everything coming at her. One person mistakes does not determine the entire black woman community. Y'all slow. Unite y'all being to sound just like them, right? Because she started talking about like white people and whatnot. So like I said before, all of the content that you're going to hear, the comments, are nothing but emotional jargon, from either the name calling to the insinuations to not even fully going through the video and even trying to understand why it is that a person would generalize in a video, even though it's clearly explained in the video. And I've explained this a multitude of times, because generalizing is going to hit people on an emotional note. And a lot of people don't like it, and a lot of people are going to get offended, and that's good. I want you to sit up there and get offended, because if you're offended, that means you're listening, and that means technically you should be thinking and absorbing every single thing that I'm taking in, so that you can break everything down and make a proper rebuttal, something that is of logic and not from emotion, which for the third or so time, this is what we're seeing. And the main scapegoat that we're seeing here is she wanted to start talking about black men. Like I said, this video has nothing to do with black men. We're talking about the people that are there at the time. We don't know if the fathers are in their lives. If the father is, obviously he made a failure of a choice when he decided to impregnate that woman and allowed her to carry his seed. We can pretty much all agree on that. That is the type of woman that does not need to be impregnated, that does not need to have any type of kids at all. I can't make it any simpler than that, because literally everything that she is doing is a mirror of a lot of the things that other men of other cultures believe black women to be, which is just some type of toy or a sexual object, nothing of any type of real worth or any type of real value, right? That is what that woman has just shown in a short video. Let's go to the next one. I agree about saying those things about her and this one in particular, but this got to do with any other black woman. Sounds like the so-called black kings are looking for a reason to disvalue their woman, to just have a reason to value other kinds of women. And if that's the case, where the black father is he present? I'ma try to stoop so y'all can see just how dumb this sounds. No, actually, you're proving how dumb this sounds by the the grammar clearly in all of your comments. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's up with the shortening of words instead of spelling everything out. That's completely crazy to me. That's why it's taking me so long to actually try to make sense and to read out a lot of these things here, because this is looking like Greek right now. It's looking quite crazy. But like I said before, this is yet again another scapegoat that she's trying to pull when not taking full acceptance of what is going on here. Nowhere in there that I say in the video that this is representative of all black women. But what I did happen to say is that black women, this is something that needs to be talked about amongst other black women, because the conversation all too long has been about how black men are evil, how black men are never there, how black men do not sit up there and support the community, don't protect the community, don't protect women, don't protect children, fathers, everything under the moon, right? That's negative about black men has been continuously talked about year after year after year, decade after decade after decade, right? But the thing that has been allowed to go on is the unchecked behavior that is happening with a lot of black women out here. Let's not act like this is not a thing where you have unchecked behavior, where you have other black women just sitting up here acting reckless. I know enough black women, and I've heard enough conversations to know that this is a thing, right? Like I said, these are unchecked behaviors. And the only reason it's acceptable is because other black women allow it to be acceptable because they don't check it. And a lot of the elders, they can't really sit up there and check it, because those women, if they get checked, they want to sit up there and try to fight the elders. So the elders are like, you know what? I'm not dealing with it. I'll deal with the little girls, because that's the only shot that we got, right? And then if a black man wants to sit up there and try to check the behavior, because a black man is going to be the one, right, that is going to step up to the plate and say like, hey, you know, I love you. I want to formulate a relationship with you. I want to have a union with you. I want to get married. I want to have a family, right? So a black man would and should be able to critique this, because he would be out here trying to select a black woman who would be a very great, you know, mother, a very great nurturer, right? A great backbone, a great support, somebody that he can walk side by side with, not behind while he's walking in front. I mean, side by side, right? As an equal. But when a man tries to critique that, they tell him to mind your business. Go worry about, you know, black men. Go sit up there and fix all of those issues. This is not, you know, your lane to be talking, when realistically it is. So, like I said before, this is the reason that it has to do with black women in general. But why bring all black women into this nonsense though? Seems a bit racist. How it... Never mind. To only include up, there are not cameras everywhere. Anyone, any race could be doing it. Any gender fathers could also be doing bad things with... Is that supposed to be without or with fault? Anyone knowing? But I do agree this video in particular is bad and does not justify, but the caption pretty childish and small-minded. You know, the funny thing about that is, this is not the first time I use this caption. I actually used this caption on a other video, which I did before, but it's on IG, right? And I labeled that woman Mother of the Year due to the fact that she got arrested for not listening to the cops, and the son got arrested because he was an accessory, part of a stolen vehicle, right? And it's funny how this person does not show up on that video when it's very easy to, you know, search up videos on the same page that you want to critique. It shows you how stupid a lot of people are, because some people want to play smart, but they're really ignorant and stupid, and this just further proves that. And then on top of that, you want to say that it's a bit racist. How is it racist if I'm a black man talking to the black community about black women and things that we need to correct and look at critically? How is that actually being that? Like I said, this is when it starts to get into those waters where I'm not sure if this person is mixed, or if this person even identifies as black, or if this person is even a black woman at all. Because a lot of the nonsense that I've been reading and some of the stuff that you guys should have been caught, you should have caught, about the whole thing. What if we would have said that black men were drug dealers, bad fathers, and all this? That was step one there. And then listing the race, saying that I'm racist twice, and then also wanted to forego, in a sense, the behavior that was shown and how that was negative for black women. Like I said before, this is why I generalize, because the actions that black woman did is going to be reflected on black women as a whole. Just like if a black man out here decides to go out there and, you know, do some type of heinous crime, guess what? That's going to reflect negatively on black men as a whole. It doesn't matter. That's just how the world works. So you can feel that you are an individual if you want to. The world is going to tell you otherwise. When you step into other countries, you're going to be told otherwise. Like I said, so you either learn the game or you get done in by the game. That's it. It's that plain and simple. But the main thing that I also want to show off to a lot of people here is that you have to realize that some of the people that you are talking to are more than likely fakes, right? They're not even actually black people, but they're portraying themselves to be as such, or they're trying to talk for black people without even being black and without even knowing anything of the black experience. Like I said before, you're calling a black man racist for critiquing black women in general because of the actions that this one decided to take, and because of her, the actions that she decided to take, I know that they're going to reflect negatively on black women. All of the things that black women have fought for decades to try to get away from, she's basically undoing that just by uploading and having this video on social media showing all of that. Like I said, people don't understand the power of social media, the power of imagery, right? The power of representation. It's already apparent, of course, she doesn't represent all black women, but that's not going to stop the world from viewing her as a representation of all black women. Do you see how that works? But like I said, you can't explain certain things to certain people, right? You got certain people that are antagonizers, and you got some people that are just stupid. This person is either or both. But anyways, thanks for staying with me through this whole rant. I know it's a little bit long. I was just trying to get through the comment as easy as possible, but it's very hard when it seems like people were educated underneath a rock on the side of a mountain. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this comment in the comment section below this video. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.